All right, let's go. Welcome to Casey Royals Talk Shop, and Royals did get a win against the Red Sox tonight, 7-3. Jonathan India came up with a huge three-run home run. Michael Waka looked rough at first in the first inning, but then he settled into it, and had I think it was five innings of scoreless baseball, so that was good. Overall, my normal issues with Matt Quintrero did not really pop up, although I would have kept Michael Wacha in the game. He decided to pull him for Hunter Harvey. Hunter Harvey, I think he only had one guy on base, and then after that, he was fine. And then obviously, Ursig comes in the eighth. Ursig did allow one run, but when you already make it to the eighth inning and you got a 5-run lead, I believe at that point, or maybe it was 4-run lead at that point. No, it was a 5-run lead. One run is not the end of the world. We knew we had Estevez in the wings, so not a big deal. And then Estevez was able to close it out in the ninth. So I'm very happy that our team was able to fight back and respond, considering the last 2 days were so down with missed opportunities. The only bad mistake from a team perspective that I feel like happened tonight was Adam Frazier. He had a miscue where he attempted to steal a base, and basically he thought he had a jump and he did it, and then the pitcher hadn't done anything yet, hadn't gone into a movement, so he just threw it back to second base, May, and threw him out. Aside from that, like I said, the guys definitely responded. Jonathan India, like I said, that 3-run shot. I know we don't want to rely on home runs, but there's just a lot of frustrating missed opportunities. I think earlier on, we left guys stranded, in scoring position. Vinny was not great, although he did get a single that had Tolbert score tonight. But in general, I just, our schedule is going to get a lot easier. So that's our hope. Is it doesn't seem like, we're really progressing and getting better. We're basically kind of playing at the same level all year. Just you would think, okay, play easier teams, and hopefully the win-loss record kind of sorts itself out, and then some of these other teams falter, their schedules get tougher, stuff like that. I can't complain about our pitching. Our pitching has been pretty good this year. I mean, starting pitching, I think we were, I don't know, up until maybe this last week, we were top 3 in ERA for starting rotations. And then our bullpen, I mean, look, there's a lot of bullpens that have it worse than us. I don't think we have any, like I said, last year Urseg was Mariano Rivera Estevez has been pretty damn good, although he has moments where he looks a little shaky. That's very rare. But we just don't have the depth, and we don't have the go-to no matter what the situation is, you will get us out of this. Estevez did have against Milwaukee at the very beginning of the year. He had bases loaded, no outs, and was able to get out of that, miraculous. But anyway, I am happy with this team tonight. I didn't have a lot to say. We don't play till Friday night against the Twins. We do a 3-game series, Friday, Saturday, Sunday against Minnesota. Noah Cameron is getting to start Friday, and then I think it'll be Seth Lugo Saturday, and then Sunday. I'm not sure exactly who they're throwing out there. They'll probably do Falter. Not sure about that. I know Michael Lorenzen I think he did a double-A start and did not look good from what I heard. So I don't know. There's some talk that maybe they're going to give him more time to come back. I don't know. Or there's talk that maybe he'll just come right back and they're going to consider that a fluke. I don't know exactly, but if Falter struggles again, in his start, I'm assuming Sunday, then we got to talk about being hey, we don't care what Michael Lorenzen looks like in the minors. We got to just bring him up because we can't have Falter. And then there's the hope that Cole Riggins comes back, but he's probably still not coming back for, I would say, earliest another 2 weeks. So like I said, in general, India, happy he got a homer. This is a thing. Take a drink, whatever you got. I got vanilla Coke. I got water. Here to Jonathan India getting his 6th home run of the year. Like I said, was crucial. It's good for him because he got bumped down from leadoff spot till 7th in the batting order, and I'm okay with that. And this isn't just a results thing. He'd been in the leadoff spot for pretty much all this year. Here or there they put Garcia. I think they had Garcia in moments, but I think Garcia is better off where he's at now in the 4th spot. But yeah, I think India, he kind of had not been playing well enough to really deserve that starting spot. And I'm a big Mike Yastrzemski guy. So I'm in favor of him getting more plate appearances, so I'm all for that. And he looked good tonight. I think Yastrzemski had a double to start off, or he had a single, and then he stole second, I believe, and then Bobby was able to drive him in, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, I've said last night when I put out my video that I'm a big believer. I don't believe in the platoon. I think today they were talking about that they view Grichuk and Yastrzemski as like one guy, where like one's going to go against righties, one's going to go against lefties, and I'm like, I think that's crap. I think both those guys are in our top nine, like our best guys that could possibly start, and they need to be getting playing time over a John Rave, a Nick Lofton, even Kyle Isbell. Like I said, until those guys prove that they can be more productive, I would be like, hey, I'm subbing you guys out. But that's my personal opinion. I do like Kyle Isbell a lot. I root for him. I hope he can turn it around offensively and give us more output. But yeah, that's basically all I got to say. I mean, we're one game under 500. This was a good showing tonight. Hopefully the Royals can. We need to string together multiple wins in a row to try to get back on track, and because we're 4 games out of the wild card spot, and you need the other teams to falter as well, obviously. But you play the Twins. The Twins just got. I think they took 2 off the Tigers. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they won like 2 of the last 3 against the Tigers. So they're not going to be some easy out, I wouldn't think, even after all the trades they made. So if we can get 2 out of 3 against Minnesota, that would put us a game over 500, or no, that would actually put us right at 500. And then we're looking at White Sox, Nationals. I don't remember which order that is. Those are both really bad, struggling teams. I would hope we could win 4 out of 6 and hopefully 5 out of 6. I would say, but minimum 4 out of 6 of those two. And then you have the Rangers. And at that point, we hopefully would be closer on the Rangers, where if we can win 2 out of 3 against them, we could jump them in the standings of the wild card. And then at that point, it's okay. We're only chasing Seattle, Boston, New York for a spot. And hopefully New York keeps faltering. I know they did win today and they snapped their losing streak. But in general, I don't know who they play next. But at a certain point, they're going to have to play Boston again. They're going to have to play Toronto again. So hopefully they start getting their butt kicked and they move out and we can move in. Anyway, today's video is going to be a lot shorter. So anyway, that's all I really had to say. I will come at you guys with another video Friday. And if you guys would like, I know I have like no viewers right now, but in the future, I would like to do, because I don't think anyone's doing it, to do like live streams while the game's going on. That way, like we can kind of react and talk in live settings and actually get live reactions of what's going on. And that way, maybe people that don't have FanDuel Sports Network can kind of get a live sense of what's going on, almost like I'm your radio host. And then on the flip side, I get engagement during the game that kind of spices it up. Because, I mean, when we're winning, I'm perfectly happy watching a Royals game in silence and just listening to the broadcast. But when we're losing, it's tough sometimes when, like, our broadcast team, I get it, they're close to the team, but they won't call anybody out when they're making mistakes. They don't go, wow, that's a head scratcher. They're really kind. And it's kind of nice to get some honest feedback from the fans. So hopefully this channel will grow. But anyway, I'm Chris. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys Friday. I actually have some plans with my family that are pretty important. So I will at some point watch the game and I'll do a reaction. So maybe not Friday, but maybe Saturday I could do a live reaction for the Saturday game. So anyway, I'll see you guys in a few days. Have a good one, guys.